Hello students, good afternoon all of you. Okay, today I will discuss about the human capital formation. Only Shayon is present in the class. Where the others? Okay, Shayon, tell me what do you mean by human capital? Humans income. No, Shayon, it is not correct. Human capital means when a person is proper educated, well trained and healthy, this person is called the human capital of a nation. Okay, because see, when one person is educated, obviously in future he will get a better job and he earn a higher salary, which he contribute to our national income, and by that the economic growth increase. Okay, so obviously that particular person is obviously one capital, one asset for one nation. Okay, so this is means the human capital. So when a person not only educated, obviously we need one healthy person. So when one person is healthy, educated and well trained, okay, and who can secure his future and also for the country's future, so obviously this term we can say the human capital. So understood? Shayon, what do you mean by the human capital? Now, there are the various sources of human capital formation. So, in fifth chapter, we learn the human capital formation. That means how we form the human capital. Okay, and see, this educated, healthy person, we can say the capital or asset of our country. But in India, there are the huge population, approx 138 crores population. Okay, so if maximum of the people are the poor, unhealthy, uneducated, so these people are burden of a nation. Okay, so these people, if we transform to a asset, then we have to invest in education, in health for the people. Okay, so this is called the human capital formation. So today we read sources of human capital formation. So students, have you understood what do you mean by the human capital and human capital formation? Yes or no? Tell me response. Okay, Shayan, very good and thank you. Okay, so our first source is the education or expenditure on education. Okay, so expenditure on education means we have to invest. Okay, if like see your parents, you are a now student, you are the future of our country. Okay, so your parents invest on your education. Okay, um, your parents admitted to you in a good school and they give the proper tuition, so for this they have to invest something, some money. Okay, for what? Because they secure your future. In future you will get a better job opportunity, that's why. So first we have to invest. So this expenditure is same as the invest. You also can write the investment on education. So expenditure on education. Okay, so one of the most important sources of human capital formation is investment done in education. Education transforms a person to live a better life. Okay, so you can also write down this point under this: education transform a person to live a better life. Okay, next one: provide education to every children is primary responsibility of their parents. Obviously society and the government, obviously, see, from government also provide some programs for the all children. Okay, because in our society, in our country, not all parents can afford the expense of the education for the all children. So that's why the government provide, basically for the poor people, provide the free elementary education to all children. Okay, from age 6 to 14 years, and government provide various type of the facilities to the students and start the Sarva Shiksha Abhijan scheme, mid-day meal scheme. So that type of the program government also provide. By getting education, people can secure their future and can earn more. Education help them to grow, and they help is the process of development of the economy. Educated people are the asset of a nation. Yes, I already told that one. Education people, we can say they are the asset of our nation, and obviously, and another side, one uneducated people is the obviously one burden of a country. So that's why for expanding and improving the education system from government, from society, also they have to provide various type of the facility, and they have to provide the huge investment in education. Okay, now next one is the expenditure on health. Okay, all of we know this thought that the health is a wealth. Okay, so obviously health is one important part or one important source of our life. Okay, if health is not good, we can't do anything. Okay, so that's why first we need the healthy. Okay, we need the healthy people, and who is the, and if any person if is not is not healthy, so how they can secure their future by education. Okay, so first they need the health facilities or health care. Poor country tends to unhealthy and unhealthy country tends to poor. So health is a kind of human capital as well as input producing other forms of human capital. If a worker who is not well in certainly affect the productivity, so various forms of health expenditure are. Which are health expenditure? Okay, so we have to make the clean, make the cleanness always, and also provide the same drinking water to people of a country. Okay, and also give the curative medicine at a affordable cost or free if it is possible, social medicine, etc. Okay, so there are the, for government provide the preventive, curative and social medicines. What are the preventive medicine? Preventive medicine means just any type of the vaccination. Okay, if any type of disease which need the vaccine, so these are called the preventive medicine. And curative medicine means the medical intervention during illness. Okay, and social medicine means the spread of the health literacy. That means we have to spread to all poor people or who are the uneducated people, to them health literacy. We have to wear them about the health consciousness. Okay, so these are for the for the healthy person, or for providing this type of the facility, government have to spend money or government have to invest in the health. Okay, so these are called the expenditure on health. So Shayon, have you understood about the expenditure on education and expenditure on health? So our next point is on the job training. Only Shayon is present in the class. No students is another other students is not present in the class, but your attendance is mandatory also in the online classes. So student, be aware. And also Shayon, you also inform your friends. Okay, now expenditure regarding on the job training is secure the human capital formation. It enhances the quality of labor and productivity increases. Okay, if one's firm spend the huge amount on giving the job training to worker, it may be different forms, like a worker may be trained in the firm itself or under the supervision of skilled worker, or can be sent for of campus training after a spent large amount on training. Firm insists that workers should work for a specific period of time so that firm can recover the benefits of enhanced productivity owing to training. It also increases the GDP and national income of the economy. See, if if one worker is work under one firm, okay, if for the increasing productivity, or if firm want to enhance the quality of the labor, then firm provide the various type of the training. Okay, so they are under the job. Okay, they are already doing the job, but under this job they also provide some training for what? For improving the quality of the labor. Okay, so this is, we can say, the expenditure on the job training. And also, if one worker is under the firm, like one under the supervision of skilled work. Okay, also to them firm also provide some training, okay, for enhancing the quality of the labor, and this is also which leads to the increase the productivity, and which also leads the increase in national income and economic growth. See, all are interrelated to each other. Okay, so this is on the job training. Next one is the expenditure on migration. Okay, so migration means what? When one people for education or for searching the better life quality, they shifted one place to another, we can say the these people are the migrate or migration. Okay, so people migrate from one place to another place to find better jobs in order to gain advantage of location and earn higher salaries. So suppose the people who live in the rural area, in rural area obviously the person, they are basically engaged in the primary works like agricultural works. Okay, so from the earning level from this agricultural works or primary level of works, they earn little much. Okay, not so much as who live in the urban area. So for and who are the better qualified and who are the higher educated persons, they for searching the better job, they go to the another place. Okay, like any urban area or any other country to getting a better job opportunity, and obviously after that they can get the higher salary. Okay, and and also they live the standard living or better quality of life. So this is the reason for the migration. Okay, and which and obviously or in the rural area there is the other problem also, the lack of the infrastructure, lack of the industrial work. Okay, so people shift to urban area to rural area to urban area or any other developed country. So what are the cost which involves with migration? The first one is the transportation cost. Okay, next one is the cost of living in different social environment. Okay, but there is a some benefits also there, some gains also there. Okay, gains of migration. What are the gains of migration? That means when they shift to the another region, another place, and get the better job on opportunity, and get, and obviously they earn the higher salary. Okay, and they live the better standard life, better life. So this is one advantage of the migration. So these are the expenditure on the migration. Next, our next point is the expenditure on information. Okay, so information is another one sources for the human capital formation. So which are the information related with the job training, higher salary, better quality of job. If this type of information people easily can get, and obviously provided by the government, and government spend or invest on this information, then obviously the students or worker or the people, they can be benefited, right? So people can get information about various type of jobs, salaries in the market, training institutions, educational institutions, etc. It enables people to use their potential in a better organization. If one person work under one industry and he get not so much and he not earn so much. So when he get the another opportunity, another information from there, he or she get the higher salary, obviously she shifted to that industry or that firm. So these are the expenditure on information. Okay, so these are all are the sources of human capital formation. Okay, Shayan, so tell me what are the sources of the, tell me some sources of human capital formation. Only tell me the points. Job capital, no, expenditure on education, listen me carefully, expenditure on education, expenditure on health, expenditure on migration, expenditure of on information and on the job training. These are the sources of the human capital formation. Okay, all points have you understood or not? Okay, last point is the expenditure on information. Expenditure on information means when you get the any information related with your job, okay, or related with salary, okay, or any better opportunity. That means you are one proper educated person, but you work under any uh, organization from where you not get so much salary by which you can be satisfied. Okay, so then you can get the another information from one sources that there will be the better job quality, higher you can get the higher salary, so obviously you can join to that organization. So this type of the information, so obviously from the government they have to provide that type of the information to the people from where they can get the better job, okay, better salary, and from where they can get the better salary, by that they can live the better quality of life. So this type of information we can say the expenditure on information. When the government invest on that type of the information, then this term is expenditure on information. Now understood or not? Okay, okay Shayan, so next day we will continue this class. So for today I will stop here, so thank you.